There is something burning beneath the surface of every conversation today. A restless, aching question that nobody wants to face out loud. It's that gnawing feeling that the system around us is broken, that no matter what we build, no matter how hard we try, the answers keep slipping through our fingers. We watch headlines scream about injustice, stagnation, inequality, and silence breaks our cities. But here's the truth that almost nobody dares to say. Capitalism isn't the problem. It isn't a bug. It is the path. The problem starts when we stop seeing it like that. When we trap ourselves in the old story, thinking capitalism is the villain instead of the vehicle. Why is it so hard? Because capitalism, at its core, demands one thing: you. Your drive, your courage to refuse comfort and settle for less. It demands the kind of fire that beats in the chest of founders who wake up before dawn, relentless investors who see light where others see darkness, leaders who push through failure and rejection alike. Capitalism has been twisted, co-opted by noise and bureaucracy, but strip all that away, and what's left is a force that only those who dare can wield. The fight isn't to dismantle it, it's to reclaim it. The real enemy? It's the comfort that tells you to stop dreaming, the voices drowning out your vision with sameness and conformity. Feeling trapped wearing the suit of the status quo? That's the lie. The world is begging for those who refuse to be shaped by templates. The world needs the few who reject consensus, because this is the edge where progress happens, not the center where good ideas go to die. And here's the brutal part. No one is coming to save you. Not governments, not institutions, not some faceless crowd. You either take the reins or become part of the problem you hate. Every system in place today promises freedom, but serves chains, shouts equality, and delivers mediocrity, offers comfort, but kills the soul inside. The rules you follow are not your own. They are handed down like shackles disguised as guidance. But brilliance? It will not be processed or optimized. It demands to be free, wild, unreined. It calls for misfits and radicals, because true innovation never fits in a checkbox. When you feel isolated, when your vision feels too big or too strange, that doesn't mean you are wrong. It means the world is wrong for not building infrastructure for exceptional people like you. Misaligned, misunderstood, off to the side, not missing. They are there, glowing with potential, waiting, but the connection is broken. This loneliness is not a curse, it's a symptom. What's missing is a network, an autonomous force where the few who burn are wired to each other, not doused by the herd, but ignited by partnership. Imagine a place not built for numbers, but for essence, where differentiation is strength, not weakness, where the mere idea of sameness is an insult. This is the rebellion that capitalism itself calls for, not the safe, predictable capitalism sold to the masses, but the wild, relentless capitalism that fuels movement, upheaval, becoming. This is a movement that doesn't settle, that will not be distracted by noise, by the endless chase for belonging, or by the illusion of unity. It forges new reality by empowering the rare individuals who dare to be sovereign, critical, transformative, patient. Your will is your weapon. Question everything, even what seems to be unshakable truth. Redefine your world by clearing the slate of what you've been told is possible. Choose your allies not by popularity, but by the fire that burns within them, the willingness to burn brighter, longer, harder. The path forward is a long game. In a world addicted to instant gratification and quick fixes, this is the ultimate act of rebellion: patience. To build something that lasts, to shape a reality that serves the exceptional, not the average. And here's the liberation few see coming. Freedom isn't comfort. Freedom is ruthless ownership over your life, your vision, and your impact. It's not about making life easier. It's about making it yours again, tearing down the illusion of choice handed to you, and building a life wired to your own electric charge. Capitalism, stripped to its bones, is the only system bold enough to match this fire, because it doesn't serve safe outcomes or echo chambers. It rewards risk, creativity, fierce individuality, and relentless drive. That's terrifying if you've been trained to wait for something else to come along, to expect handouts or easy answers. But it's the truth. The rare do not need more rules. They need less interference. They need a network wide enough to swim in, sharp enough to challenge them, real enough to spark transcendence. This isn't about rebuilding nations or mending broken flags. It's about tearing those bindings off your mind and standing naked in your power. Because when the few align with each other, when founders meet investors who understand risk, when visionaries find builders who refuse mediocrity, that's when the world changes. Not in rallies or protests, but in the relentless pursuit of progress that devours impossibility. This is not a community for the masses. It's a forge for those who burn, the misunderstood, the relentless, the radical, the ones who are done waiting for the world to grant permission. If you feel that quiet rage inside you, the tension in your chest that says, I was made for more, that says, I refuse to live a borrowed life, then you already know the way. This is why capitalism is not the problem. Capitalism is the path. The only way through the chaos, the disorder, the stranglehold of comfort and complacency is to embrace the raw power of individual sovereignty and connection to other firebrands. Throw away the rulebook designed to tame you. Unlearn what you've been told about the system and start forging your own. Build networks that don't create noise, but amplify essence. Hold tight to the few who burn like you do, and don't settle for less. The heat you carry is not to be hidden. It's to light a revolution, not of arms, but of ideas and relentless execution. This is a call to arms for anyone who's tired of waiting for the world to fix itself. To everyone who knows inside, without a doubt, there must be a better way. The time has come to reclaim capitalism not as a villain, but as a tool. To make it the engine of liberation, and through it, to build a world designed for the exceptional. A world where no one is made to fit in, but everyone is freed to become more. The place where the system ends and a new future begins. It won't be easy. It will demand everything. But it is the only path worth taking. Because inside you lies the will, the fire, and the brilliance to not just survive, but to dominate the future. So rise, ignite, connect with those who burn as you do. This is the moment. The path is clear. The only question left is, will you walk it?